Hey, 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 hey. Another Love Diary session. It's Monday. But today, decided we enter a mini because my Wi-Fi is so tricky. Sometimes it's off, sometimes it's on. It was off all morning and now it just came back on. I'm like, let me not take chances. Let me do it now. Okay, so we're still in the self-love, right? You know what interesting aspect happened over the weekend? Two of my sisters went and got tattoos. The self-love. I found that so coincidental and so beautiful, actually. Yeah, there was a Valentine's special at the tattoo artist Matatiele. So they took a trip there and had themselves inked self-love. Yeah. Okay, anyway, back to me. Today I'm doing EQ&A. I initially drafted 5 questions, and then the 6th one came up when I was watching vlog ka Monroe Still from Fashion Still NYC on YouTube. She's one of the people that I follow religiously. So she had this question in her list of questions that in the vlog. So I thought, you know what, I might as well include it. And so that is number 6. And because it is so important to me right now, I think I'm gonna start from 6 going down to 1. Ne? Okay. So I just wrote down the questions. Ne? I did not necessarily prepare the answers to the questions so that it can be really live, right? Without overthinking it. Of course, I will review the video when it's done, but I know I'm being vulnerable and putting myself on the spot, answering questions on the spot without prepping them, but I guess that is the whole reason why I'm doing this, right? And also showing up for myself. I made a promise that I will be consistent this year, so yeah, let's go. Question number 6 is dating in my 40s. Ne? How is dating in my 40s? And also considering the fact that I've been on this self-love journey, how has dating looked like? Okay. Dating in my 40s is crap. It's crappy. It's crappy because the pool and injalo the challenges that I had in my 20s and my 30s, I still have them in my 40s. At some point I used to think I'm the problem, and I think that's one of the reasons why I went on the self-discovery journey, self-love journey, because I was like, no man, there must be something wrong. Why can't I find somebody, But now that I've been at it, I'm realizing, Anna, it's not just me. It's a lot of us women. We do have these challenges, and if you find yourself in your 40s and you're still single, it just becomes like even bigger than it was in your 30s and earlier. Okay, so what is crappy and challenging about it? Okay, the first one is the pool obviously limited Goku because a lot of people have settled down, some have died, some have so much baggage, and some have not grown up. And I found that in my 30s I started dating younger men than me, and now in my 40s I'm still dating younger men than me, mostly because my age group, they're not there, and the younger pool obviously then it has its own dynamics which I will not get into now, but we are still striving. But I would like to believe that in my 40s the focus has shifted from trying to find the one, to being focusing on building my life and living my life really, and then it's always nice to share that with somebody. But okay, if that somebody is not there, well, life goes on, right? Yeah, I think that is the space I'm in now. I'd love to have somebody, but I'm not willing to settle on certain things, especially because each gender there's certain things in J that they just can't seem to get, you know. And I'm not one second. So we'll wait whilst we're living the life. Yeah, done. Number 6. We move on to number 5, right? We're coming down. So number 5, what is my self-love language? How do I give myself love? Okay, let me plug in my charger before I get into trouble and my phone dies whilst I'm still busy. I think it's safer to do that. Or in the meantime, the backdrop is my wardrobe. Yeah, I think I'm hoping that by the time I do my next live session, I will not just have my wardrobe there, but rather I will have my Zema clothing that is for sale. So soon enough, you will see it right here behind me. This is my closet. Okay. So number 5, what is my self-love language? My self-love language, number 1, I would say, is making time for me time. I love spending time with myself. During the week, that usually happens when kids are at school and I'm not working. Usually on Mondays, I work from home. I resist the urge to go anywhere on Mondays unless I really, really have to and I can't get out of it. But generally, time to myself, because quality time is one of my key love languages, even when I'm dating. So if I'm dating someone that doesn't have time for me, I'm not a happy chappy at all. So even with myself, if I don't have time for myself, I'm not happy. Okay. And other than quality time to myself, my other love language is I like treating myself to fine baths, fine body products. Yeah, and I like dressing up when I'm feeling good. When I want to feel good, then I make sure that the dress that I'm putting on makes me feel good, so that I can really, really feel good. Like last Friday, it was on Valentine's Day. I had a white dress on and I felt really good. It was my first time wearing that dress, and in a way, it was me just celebrating Valentine's Day with myself, even though I had to go attend a dear one's funeral, which was quite sad. But the fact that they decided to set a funeral yake on Valentine's Day, it was like, okay, I guess her name resonates with feelings and emotions, so let me keep myself and my feelings pure. Hence I was wearing white. Yeah. I've said 2 love languages. What is my other love language? I think acts of service. Yeah, if I do something for myself, I always feel good. So I always try and do something for myself, because I do a lot of things for other people. If I can't do anything for myself, I don't feel that much fulfilled. So even if I get paid, even if did you know R100, there needs to be something I do for me. I usually limit it to 10% or so. So yeah, that is my self-love language. Okay, then we move on to number 4. We're counting down, right? And number 4 is what really, really matters to me in the bigger schemes of things in life in general. And what really matters to me is my kids, my family. But other than outside with myself, I think what really, really matters to me the most is being aligned, mind, body, and soul, and being healthy mentally. Because being a brainy person, I tend to overthink a lot of things. So one of the key things that I really have to put high up on my list is taking care of my mental wealth and my emotional wealth. So yeah, those are some of the things that are high up on my list that matter to me. Other than outside of myself, it's my family, it's my friends, people, warm bodies. Yes, warm bodies. If I have a person, they matter a lot. Hence, if they can't get along with my kids and my family, I find it very hard to like really give my all into that relationship, to be honest. But yeah, my people matter the most to me. Other than my people, in terms of other things, my home is always a representation of me. It's an extension of me. Hence, I'm very private in terms of who I invite into my home. But a lot of people that come here to my home, any of the homes I've ever had, they always feel at home when they come to my home. It has that warm, welcoming feeling, but it is a private space that I treasure a lot. Hence, I can't not have a home at any given point in time. You know, yeah, I find it hard to not have my own home. I've had my own home for as long as I've been an independent adult. Yeah, I think I would give, like, I don't care if I have to pay my whole salary for a home and then I have nothing to eat. It's okay, just as long as I have my own home. Yeah, and I don't like sharing except for with the people like my family, my friends, my kids. Yeah, I don't like sharing a home. That has never been my favorite thing. Yeah. Move on to number 3. What is my personal style? Yo, this one. And my personal style has always been, I've always been Afrocentric, but I'm not the Duke kind of woman. I like mixing it up with contemporary, but I like brownish nude tones. I like blues. I like classic clothing that doesn't go out of style. Yeah, I have to be able to wear it for 20 years if I wanna, I may add an item or two that is fashionable, trendy here and there, but I found through the years that I am quite a trendsetter when it comes to clothing. Even though it's not, I don't go out of my way doing that. It's really just wanting to wear clothes that are timeless, classic, and that fit well, that look good on me, that accentuate my natural being, So that is my personal style in terms of clothing. In terms of home, I like boho. Boho being bohemian. How else can I describe it? I'm not a minimalist. No, I'm not a minimalist. I have a lot of stuff. I'm a collector. And I like collecting from secondhand shops. I like used stuff. I like items that have stories, that have lived, that is me. That goes for clothing as well. I love what we do with my sisters, wherein they will clear out their closets and then I get to pick what I want to have, and we all do that amongst ourselves. I like that more than shopping, actually. Like, buying new for me is not always top priority, even with clothing. I also like tailored clothes. I like custom making my clothes, even if it's not for an occasion or anything. But it's just a thing of mine. I think even when I was still at varsity, even when I was still growing up and I was learning how to use a sewing machine, I always, even if I've been bought clothes, I'd always tweak them. I think that is my personal style. Hence, I guess I'm in this business that I'm in now, which I'm hoping 2025 is the year that you actually get to have the maximum effect of Zenwa concepts, the clothing ranges, the decor items, the cushions, I think this year is my year. This year is our year. So I guess you'll get to see the real personal style for real. hopefully by the time the year gets to mid-year, I'll be able to showcase some of that style in these videos, the vlogs, so that you can get a glimpse of what's going on within the Zenwa space. And Nam can express on my personal style. Yes, being home, I have not been able to dress up much really, because whenever I need to dress up, it's a funeral most of the time, which is quite limiting. So I think I'm gonna make it my mission as the year goes by now to use this vlogging platform to showcase my clothes, so that there's stuff in that rail that I haven't worn in a very long time because I have nowhere to wear them. Yeah, I think I need to do that. Yeah, I'll do that. All right. Then my self-love question number 2: what really sparks my joy? What makes me joyful? What really sparks my joy? Other than first, the one thing that will get me up on my feet, I don't care whether I was crying, I don't care what was happening. Ne? If anyone shows up and says, hey, let's go out, let's go have some fun, bruh, I mean, even just the mention of fun, ne? Yo, I light up instantly, because yeah, that sparks joy for me. Even just enjoy the thought of doing something different, even if it's just going out for a walk or going to visit somebody or going for a quick drink somewhere, because I do love my alcohol, so I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I'm not an alcoholic, guys, but I do enjoy drinking, ne? Though I'm not heavy on it, because I know I like drinking, so I make sure I control my quantities, ne? But yeah, I think it's usually an excuse to just get out there and mingle, you know. I spend too much time on my own. I do. Hence, any opportunity to get out there, it's always joyful for me. Other than that, what really sparks my joy? A good book. Yeah, a good book always does that. I will laugh alone. Even my kids was always goes, bye mama, Gandhi, what's going on, why uhleka wedwa? Yeah. Readers will know this. Yeah. And then what else really sparks my joy? An opportunity to create something like homemaking. Yeah, like my friends would call me and say, hey, come visit me, and then yo Chomi, I'm rearranging, man, yo Jong. My day is made. I don't know why though. Homemaking gives me so much joy. You'd swear I grew up without a home. No. Why does homemaking take up so much of my energy? I don't know. But it's very central in my heart. Homemaking. Yeah. Anyway, that took me. Okay, what is number 1? Question number 1. What have I realized about myself in the last ±7 years that I've been on this self-love journey? What have I realized about myself? Other than the stuff that I've already mentioned in all the questions 2 to 6, I think the key thing that I realized about myself is, okay, I've always known that I'm a perfectionist, but I didn't really realize the extent to which I am. 1. And secondly, what I realized about myself was how resilient and tenacious I am, how committed I can be to projects, to things that really matter to me, and to, yeah, I've always taken life so lightly, you know. I've always been seen as the easygoing, flighty person, you know. But what I really realized about myself in the last plus 7 years is that I'm quite grounded, and that is very important to me, being grounded. What I also realized about myself in the last 5-7 years is the fact that I love love, but I don't just love love. I value partnerships. One thing I discovered when I discovered my astrology birth chart, and as I was getting to know in depth all my my planetary placements, what I discovered is that I thrive in partnerships. So much of my life is dependent on partnerships, being in partners, whether it's in business, personally, working with other people, and so on and so forth. This was really eye-opening. I think I discovered this last year. It was quite eye-opening, and then it made me realize why I've always looked for people to do stuff with. I guess that's why in that question where, like, you've seen, as much as I'm alone and I spend a lot of time alone, being with other people really sparks my je ne sais quoi. Yeah. Speaking of the birth charts, I've discovered which this year is the year where I'm meant to finally meet the one. So, hey, I am sitting here asking myself, who's your one? Ufika nini, bra? Yo, kunini glendile. Yo, sani kudani glendile puti sonela man, sonela. I don't think Bekchuang have sent my mitile so far because none of them are cutting it. So if you're out there and you're watching this video and you know that you're the one for me, please highlight me. Okay, yeah. I think I'm done now for the day. The live diary session is done. I've answered all the 6 questions I had set out. So see you all again next Monday. Okay, what Q&A question, what questions do you ask yourself about self-love? And maybe we can ask I can ask myself those questions. Or what other questions would you like to hear more about regarding self-love? I think it would be nice to hear what other people think or want to hear about, or what they're talking about, what else is out there regarding self-love. Please highlight me. Okay, also I want to mention, Uguti, as these lives, they've actually sparked interesting conversations around the people in my circle around this topic. I think there's a lot of us that are going through the self-love journey. Maybe it's a midlife crisis, I don't know. But I do know in Nomna there's always a reward for giving yourself the love, you know, because so many times we want to receive the love from others, but sometimes maybe we need to just dig in and see if we don't already have that love within ourselves. I think it had to come to say each one. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, the 2 ladies that joined me in their live today. I didn't bring you on camera because I wasn't sure how that is done and how it works. But you guys, see you all again next time. Bye.